Hi there, and thanks for listening. I'm Daniel Kringer, and this is the SkanFest podcast, an interview series for the Skaneateles Festival. We are a summer concert series based in the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York during the month of August. This year, we are presenting our 46th season. On the podcast, we spend time getting to know our visiting artists who travel the world making music of the highest caliber. Celebrated as one of the preeminent American string quartets of the 21st century, the prize-winning Jasper String Quartet is hailed as being flawless in ensemble and intonation, expressively assured and beautifully balanced from the gramophone. The quartet is highly regarded for its programming savvy, which strives to evocatively connect the music of underrepresented and living composers to the canonical repertoire through thoughtful programs that appeal to a wide variety of audiences. Two members of the quartet are here with me to talk today. Thanks so much for coming in, guys.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Amazing. So I've only brushed the surface of the quartet's accolades, and there's a lot more to discuss, but maybe we can just start by having some introductions. Can you just tell us who you are, where you come from, and how your individual music journeys began?
Sure. I'm Karen Kim. I'm one of the violinists in the quartet. I currently live in New York City. I started the violin when I was 4, and I believe the first time I came to the Skaneateles Festival was maybe over 15 years ago.
Wow. Okay, some returners. I love it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rachel Freivogel. I'm the cellist in the quartet, and I live in Philadelphia. And I also started when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, studying with my mom. So she was also a cellist.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah. Cool. Well, I hope you guys can give us some background on the quartet as well. I'm curious to know, first of all, if you guys are familiar with how the quartet formed. Are you both founding members?
I'm a founding member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the quartet formed at Oberlin Conservatory in around 2003, and we were all students there. Just kind of longing for a more serious chamber music experience. And from there, we went on to go to school programs that were specifically for quartets at Rice University and then at Yale University. And we were very fortunate to study with the Cleveland Quartet members and also members of the Tokyo Quartet.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Where does the name come from?
Oh, well, it's quite difficult to think of a name for a quartet, as we found. The way that we found the name Jasper was we thought, oh, what do we love to do? And one of the things was being outside in nature and just hiking and enjoying natural beauty. And our founding violist grew up in Alaska, and he had visited Jasper National Park many times. So that name came up, and it just sort of hit us, and we thought, let's do it. That sounds good for us.
Wow. Okay. Fabulous. All right. So we have one original member and one who joined a little bit later in the quartet. So you can give me kind of two perspectives on this. I have a question kind of about finding continuity for the group when you're welcoming new members. So perhaps you can both give me perspectives. Obviously, you've been with the group for a while now as well, but whoever wants to.
Sure. Yeah, I joined the group, I think it was 7 years ago now. Yeah. So it's been a while. And, a quartet is a very delicate organism.
Yes.
So bringing a new member into the group is a wonderful and joyous and complicated process. But I think one thing that really made it work for me coming into the group is just that my colleagues are incredibly open and generous. And it's really just like a day-to-day finding your symbiosis with each other and like just really giving each other the time to express ourselves and to get to know each other. I think that's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Any thoughts from your end?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think in a quartet, like you have to enjoy solving puzzles together in a way. And like the process is so important. So when you have a member change, there's always like that personal connection that you have to have. And that's so important. And of course the playing, like, you always sense like if you have like a really good way of playing together.
Yeah.
But the personal connection and like the way of working has really evolved over the quartet's life to be, I think, much more like vibrant and exploratory and healthy,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, fabulous.
Yeah.
So for you, Rachel, maybe, do you have any memories of early experiences as a quartet? Maybe early gigs or something? There's always interesting stories that come out of this question.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw this question, I was like, yes, period. And I was like,
Yeah.
which one should I talk about?
Sure, yeah.
I think a really cool thing that happened early in the quartet was kind of in line with the name. We got to go to Alaska and go to Denali State Park.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And they have a lottery, so you have to like apply for this lottery to go have a tour of the park. But a really cool thing was that they offered that we could play a concert in the ranger station, and then they would drive us through the whole park. And that was just like a life-altering kind of like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I can do quartets. Like, you know, you may not make a lot of money, but you get to have these amazing experiences and work on this really incredible music. And just taking it to that beautiful place was a really incredible experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess coming off of that, are there any sort of crucial moments in the quartet's development, maybe early on, maybe later on, maybe positive or negative, that you had to overcome or anything? Were there kind of like pivotal, I guess, points in your development that you could highlight?
Yeah. Excuse me. I think whenever there is a challenge, that's always like a place where there's an opportunity to grow. And sometimes that place is very stressful. I mean, things that come to mind for me are the transition from being a student group to being a professional group is a really pivotal moment where maybe you're doing a lot of competitions and some of them go well and some of them don't. And then you have to kind of like look inward and think like really honestly about how you want to portray yourself and like what standard you want to hold yourself to. And I think out of that was like one pivotal point, was realizing that like every concert is, you have to play your absolute best and like always be striving for like the most moving experience, or it can never be like you're just playing. Like every note has intention. I think also like member changes are another really pivotal point. And I always see difficult situations as like an opportunity to have like a better situation. I know that's like kind of like trite in a way, but like it really, out of these difficult situations sometimes where if someone feels like they need to leave the quartet, that's always difficult. But then like, you get to meet amazing people like Karen, and like our quartet has just grown so much during this. Like the things that we strive to do in the quartet have, evolved to like, we play a lot of commissions, and it's really important, our programming, how we kind of put pieces together. I don't know if you want to jump in.
Well said, Rachel. Well said.
Lovely. Yeah, no, that's fabulous. And I want to loop back into talking about the commissions and whatnot, because I know that's a big part of what the quartet does. But let me ask you one more question, just kind of, I guess, for you individually. Just curious to know, outside of quartet time, what do you guys spend time listening to?
I spend a lot of time experiencing contemporary music, and just hearing the crazy things that people are doing on the classical contemporary scene now.
Sure.
which I very much enjoy. And I'm going to be honest, I have, my husband is a great music curator. So I cede all control to him. I go home, whatever he puts on, I listen to. I'm like, this is great. I love this.
That works.
Yeah, well, this is totally different, but I used to be really into Zumba. And so I really like,
I remember the song.
Exciting. like fun, exciting dance music. I really love. Yeah, and it's funny, like there are some pieces that are just like really catchy, and I really really like
absolutely.
them. Yeah, I think I don't need to say more about that.
I really love how every
Yeah.
single person says something wildly different. It's awesome. Very cool to see the different tastes. So, okay, great. So, yeah, let's move into some quartet stuff. So obviously you've devoted I guess an inordinate amount of time to developing as a chamber group, right? What do you think sets quartet playing apart from other mediums like orchestras or solo playing? What pulls you guys into playing in this type of ensemble?
I think just the great thing about chamber music is that you have this wonderful combination of teamwork, but also that you have a voice. Your voice is heard in the music, with every part being one player to a part. And I think one thing that I truly love about being in a quartet is the repertoire. There's something about that combination: two violins, viola, cello. It's different from even just violin, viola, cello, or a quintet. It's just that perfect number of people, the perfect combination of voices that has created this unbelievable world of repertoire where composers are putting their most personal and profound thoughts and feelings into the music. So that's a real joy to explore. And I find that there's just a level of detail in working in a quartet that I don't have anywhere else in my life. And when you have the right colleagues who want to go there with you and keep digging into the music, it's just such a joy. And it lasts, you come back to pieces 10 years later and you find new and wonderful things, and it's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, everything Karen said. And also, I always found when I was like growing up and going through college that I really liked performing with other people on the stage. Like I like playing solo things, but like the energy of like the interaction and also just the like extra special level of listening that is happening in real time with chamber music. I think that's inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So speaking of repertoire, there's a massive catalog of, I guess, air quotes, standard repertoire for string quartet, like a ton. But you guys kind of have made a name for yourselves as a group that does commissions and collaboration with living composers. So considering this, can you just talk about how you handle programming for your concerts and recordings?
Sure. Okay, that's a big question.
I know.
I think, well, first of all, we really enjoy working on contemporary music and love working with living composers. Like it's the best. And I think with the programming, it can come from many different places. Usually there's a seed in the program that we're trying to build on. So sometimes that seed is a piece. And sometimes it's a piece from the canonical repertoire, and we'll think of, there's just a sound world that we think, oh, this living composer now would complement that sound world so well, and we build out from there. Sometimes the seed is an idea, like a dorky compositional idea, like this piece is based around 4 notes and that piece is also based around 4, something like that. And sometimes it's based around the commission, around the new piece. So we come at it from a lot of different angles, but we're always trying to create an experience where it feels like the whole program together is a journey. Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe you could also talk a little bit more in depth about how you approach new collaborations, and maybe we can loop in a bit about your upcoming programs this week. For instance, you are doing a collaboration with Jared Impicha Chaha Tate on a new piece of his called Pisacci. So any thoughts you have?
Well, I think when we're looking for collaborators, we do a lot of listening and going to concerts, and it's just really nice to discover new things. I think that's like a big part of what we're aiming to do. And so actually our collaboration with Jared happened during the pandemic. And we found his piece, Pisachi, and we just loved it and wanted to program it. And he was so kind, as you know, we have a series actually that we run in Philadelphia, and he came, we had a Zoom interview, and he was really generous about sharing about the piece, which is has very evocative tunes, and we just really liked the folk aspect of it, and I think that drew us to make the program that we're performing on Thursday, which
Lots
is
of events with you this
really
week.
based around folk music. So that program has Gabriela Lena Frank's Leyendas, which also has a Peruvian folk music inspiration, and then also Dvorak's Slavonic Quartet, which was sort of commissioned to be a piece that incorporated like Bohemian folk music. So that pulls these three very different pieces together, and I think it's really cool how each of the pieces has a really distinctive sound, even though they're all about folk music. They all have just really interesting sounds and techniques, and they're very, very appealing.
Well said, Rachel.
Fair enough. Cool. There'll be some fun programs. Just wrapping up, I guess. Do you guys have any upcoming projects you want to talk about?
Sure. Yeah. So this year we're celebrating our 20th anniversary of the quartet.
Yeah. Wow.
And to celebrate that, we're commissioning 4 new pieces. They are by Karen.
Oh,
let's go one by one.
Reynaldo Moya,
Patrick Castillo,
Michelle Ross,
and Brittany J. Green.
Okay, that was well choreographed.
Yeah. You know, we're in a quartet.
You are. Ensemble is what you do.
That's right. So each of those commissions is the center of a program. So we have 4 big new programs this season we're really excited about.
Cool. Fabulous. Well, thanks. So the Jasper String Quartet is with us for 2 concerts, August 21st and August 22nd this week at the First Presbyterian Church of Skaneateles, as well as a couple of outreach events. To learn more about SkanFest events and buy tickets, please visit www.skanfest.org. Thanks so much for joining me, Rachel and Karen, and thanks to any who are listening.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.